All right, what's up? So today we're gonna be working on this here. This game, I think the F123, and then I might do. I'm downloading another racing game called like Grid Legends. I'm gonna check that out too, probably at the end of this. I'm not sure. Like I just like don't know if this game is the one. You know, like I'm just gonna bounce through games until GTA 6 comes out and Borderlands 4. We're like a couple weeks away from Borderlands 4. Like I might pre-order it now. I don't know. Man, I am grainy today. So let's see. Push the options button. Anyways, yeah. I don't know. We'll see. Yeah, but we're doing keto stuff. Let's see. No, we're doing. I gotta update. All right, there we go. Been on the keto diet. Well, sort of. I'm not on the keto. I guess I'm on the low carb, but it's interesting because basically, last month. So I've been doing like 75 hard all year. That's what starts these streams. That's what this whole YouTube account is about, basically. And if you know what 75 hard is, I don't know what it is. I don't know what they call it exactly. Or Andy Frisella, he's the creator, right? And he's like you know a like a good dude trying to help the world, right? In his way, which it's not like this stuff is not easy. You look at like how fat we are as Americans. It's not easy when you start diving into this stuff. Before this year, I didn't know anything about nutrition. Like, and what I thought I knew was incorrect. I think it was last year. My dad gave me a book. It's called, or he gave my wife a book. I don't know. He gave us a book. It says "Why We Get Sick," and you read it, and the basic premise of this whole book is that sugar is or uh, causes like 90% of our ailments. Now, this is crazy. Okay, I'm only 2 weeks into this thing. So I knew this last year, but the addiction to sugar is so great that you just can't stop. Even people who start again. Like this is crazy stuff. Like you look at like tobacco. Like I was a tobacco user. I smoked for 10 years and I was able to quit. And once I quit and like I was, a couple months into me quitting, it was I was done. Like I was good. And like, when people say, I've talked to people and they say when they're done, right? Sugar is not like that. Like I quit Mountain Dew one time for like 6 months and then I started again. And I was back at it again. Um yeah, it's crazy. So anyways, the keto. Sorry, my setup down here does not work good for this. Like I feel like I'm slunched over. Let me fix this up. Here we go. I don't know. Anyway, so keto. So 2 weeks ago we started 75 hard again. We're on phase 3 now. So in this phase, as I understand it, I could be wrong, but all we're doing is a 75 hard for 30 days. I think we're on phase 3. Maybe we're on phase 2. I don't know. I get confused about this stuff, but the point is that we're doing 75 hard, and my wife's doing the keto. I'm doing low carb. But the thing is like I'm not like counting all my calories and all that stuff. All I'm doing is just choosing foods to eat that are like no sugar, no carbohydrates. Basically, what I'm doing is I'm eating pizza once a week, and that's it. So, and it's homemade pizza. It's not. I haven't ate any store-bought pizza for the 2 weeks I've been doing this. It's just been the homemade pizza. So it just has cheese, butter, the dough, garlic, and pepperoni on it. So the dough is the carbohydrate part, right? And then other than that, the only carbohydrates I'm getting are in milk. I drink milk. Basically all I'm doing is I'm just eating meat and not like meat, cheese, and just stuff like that. Like just straight protein dense foods. And in the book, the dude talks about carbohydrates or sugar causing inflammation. And he talks a lot about insulin resistance. And basically, that's the deal, right? Well, and I'm not going to go into it all. So, I'm a month ago, like 4 months ago, my elbow started hurting. Just for no reason, elbow pain all the time. And I'm eating I was working out a lot. I was on 75 hard, and I was eating carbohydrates, not like I wasn't eating candy, right? So it's just like normal carbohydrates, like bread and that kind of stuff, I guess. And basically, I wasn't eating like the junk food carbohydrates like candy, ice cream. I was just eating like an apple and a banana every day. Every day I would have an apple and a banana, and then bread and that kind of stuff. And I have like knee pain occasionally while I'm working out. And one day my elbow just starts hurting, and I was like lifting weights, okay? But I never injured my elbow. And like my job is pretty physical. It's not, I'm a truck driver, and so you might think, well, truck drivers aren't that physical, but my version of trucking is very physical. It's like out of like a 6 or 7 hour day, I'd only drive for 3 hours of the day. And so the truck is actually driving for 3 of those hours, and the other 4 I'm moving. Like I'm just hauling, going as fast as I can, pulling, pushing, lifting, getting the product into a store, right? So that's what I'm doing. And I don't ever have a point. It was just like my elbow just started hurting. Like my knee just started hurting. So I'm 40, and I'm like, well, this is just joint pain. You just get it as you age, right? And so I'm like, well, it'll just go away. And so I just keep going and keep going. And then like 4 months into it, so what I did is I stopped lifting because I'm like, well, I don't want to make it worse. I'll just work out in other ways. So I've been doing that. And it's still there. Like it was there for like at least it was 2 to 4 months. I don't know exactly how long. Every day, joint pain. Okay, 2 weeks ago, I start this diet. I would say probably like 2 days into it, no joint pain. My elbow hurt for 2 to 4 months, and my knee hurt occasionally. It was like my knee would hurt like maybe twice a week. Okay, just get some random knee pain. Okay, now I'm like 2 weeks in, approximately. I have no joint pain with very little sugar. So I don't know what is happening exactly. If it's like all the fat I'm eating is like lubricating my joints, or if like I built up something in there, or if it was inflammation caused by the sugar. I'm not even 100% sure what inflammation is, to be honest with you, what that word even exactly means, but that's what the dude says in the book. So was the way I was eating causing my joint pain. Okay, I don't know if I'm down weight because I didn't weigh myself when I started this thing, but I feel lighter on my feet. I feel like I have more energy. And I don't know. I'm just going to keep going and see what happens. You know, this channel is in many ways kind of like a journal for me. It's like a diary kind of. I haven't been into writing until this year. Speaking of journaling and diarying, I've been writing songs this year, and so that's been interesting. But yeah, you'll never hear them. They won't be. We have one song done. It's gonna get released, but all of it's gonna be released anonymously, and I'm trying to keep the musicians down to just me. That might change. I may get other musicians on it, but right now, I've done all the music, and then I just have somebody singing. But yeah, so I've been writing, but this is basically that, and me just saying on here. Hopefully, I can stick with this because it seems like, and none of this is medical advice, YouTube robot, but it seems like we have seriously been lied to. Like I've been following Jordan Peterson for a long time, and I think he was the first one to introduce this idea to me. And I didn't ever listen to him talk about this. I just heard it in a little clip somewhere where he basically said that the food pyramid needs to be turned upside down. And I think we have been seriously lied to. I don't know. I'm only 2 weeks into this, but I can tell you this. Last month, I felt like an old man. Like, here comes all the pains and aches that everybody talks about all the time. And right now, I feel normal. Like, back to a neutral state. Like, nothing hurts. You know what I mean? It's just like it's not painful to be right now. A month ago, it was just pain. Anyways, there is this is a deep rabbit hole. And 2 weeks into this, it's like me talking about this right now. It's kind of super irritating to think of the consequences of what I have discovered and what these other people have discovered, because it's like all of those carbohydrates, they tell you the bottom, the grains and all that stuff, and that we based our diet on. I feel like I'm losing weight. I don't feel like I'm starving myself in any way. I just eat but when I'm hungry, but what I've been eating has just changed to very low carbohydrates or no carbohydrates. And it is Jordan Peterson talks about it too. And he even had serious health conditions that I think he equates solving with this type of diet. Like I said, I didn't listen to that. I've listened to lots of his stuff, but I didn't listen to that one. I guess I'll have to go find it. He talks to some dude. I think he's interviewing the dude. It's on his channel, I believe. And they talk about the biggest lie, was the food pyramid. And, and my dad has brought up in conversations I've had with him about it, about how it is yeah, it's just wrong. Because, this, allegedly, it sort of, it looks like what they do is, and I don't know if it's on purpose or accident or just coincidence or them just profiting off of the pain or what, but it sort of looks like if you just eat a bunch of that stuff, bunch of carbohydrates, then that affects your body negatively. And then you go to the doctors and the pharmaceutical companies for the cure. And it's sort of like one hand washing the other. You know what I mean? It's well, you eat like crap, then your body gives you the signs of you eating like crap, and then you go take pills to sort of numb the pain, and you're not solving the initial problem, which is the diet, which is like your body doesn't need all those carbohydrates causing inflammation, and then you take the pills, you know, to combat the inflammation. Or like, you know, heart disease, you know, the cholesterol. Like, I wonder what that is. Like, if I eat a bunch of bacon and beef and cheese, that's basically all I'm eating right now. You know, once a week I eat pizza, and the rest of the whole time it's just a lot of bacon, a lot of beef, cheese. It's like just a lot of that. The occasional whatever my wife is making. Like, I need to add in vegetables, I think. But I'm not really concerned about that for the short term, because this is a month-long thing. So I'm just going to do this for a month and see how it goes. And so far I've had no negative effects. Like, she went into ketosis or whatever and got sick. My body doesn't work the way that other people's does in that way. Like, I don't know that I've ever gotten food poisoning. One time, there was a couple times where we had these. I was working at a grocery store, and the deli department, the people in the deli department just happened to kind of sort of like not really care about their jobs that much, and they didn't really like temp the chicken, all right, when they cooked it. And we ate the chicken, and three of us ate chicken, and two of us got sick, but I didn't. Like, this stuff doesn't really ever affect me like that. So basically, when I quit smoking, I got the flu symptoms for a little bit, but but her body, it affected her. And I wonder too of how much of that is addiction to sugar. Because what happens when you quit things, like when you're addicted to things, is that your body reacts as if you have the flu, or it makes you start feeling sick. Like, I know somebody who quit smoking and they lost their voice for like 3 weeks. Let's see if this other game downloaded. Anyways. So it's interesting because it's like, it did. I wonder if we should do that instead. Do Grid Legends. Yeah, let's try that out. Grid Legends instead of F123. So I don't know what we're going to do about this. Let's go back to here and let this thing load up. Like, what are we really going to do? Because it's like you can't get people to quit. That is one thing. People are not going to quit sugar. Like, I don't know if I'm going to be able to quit it. You know, I've been doing it for 2 weeks or whatever. And it's like, yeah, I don't feel the need to eat ice cream or whatever, any of that. And it's also like, you never know. Like, you want to be able to eat that stuff occasionally, So, yeah, I have to have okay, I don't have to have a EA account. Let's see. Moscow Truck Stadium. Oh, it's still installing. So, it's like, I don't know. What are we supposed to do? Because, if we could get people onto this different type of diet, it seems to me that, I know a lot of people just won't eat meat, and you really need it. It seems like we do have it wrong, and we should eat. Yeah, I don't know. So I don't even know what to do. I've got to figure out how to get my kids out of some bad habits that they have too. So I think what I'm going to do today at some point, I'm just going to sit down and make a plan, like a serious outline of some specific problems that I'm having in my life to fix them. Like, part of it is this, I need to continue on this type of diet and just keep the sugar down, because it's like, it seems like, I mean, even like Alzheimer's, and this isn't medical advice, but in that book he talks about it, and like they're calling it like diabetes type 3 diabetes, because basically it's, and maybe in some cases or all cases or maybe not, I don't know, but it's the sugar that causes this stuff. You know, the insulin resistance and I think it's called glycagon. Glycagon is necessary. I think that's what it is. There's some like hormone or something, whatever they call it, and it's like the opposite of insulin. And like it can't exist when insulin is there. And so, but what happens is you need that. That tells your cells to consume fat. This is as close as I can understand it. I'm probably saying things wrong here, so don't take this as advice if you're listening to this, or fact or whatever. But if your body will build the fat if you're in an insulin state. So you have a lot of insulin, and then your cells become insulin resistant, and so they don't take in that sugar as energy. They need insulin to consume the sugar and use it as energy. And I think what has happened is, in our history, at some point, we were going through starvation and then a feast stage. So we would eat and then not eat for a while, and then eat and not eat for a while. And that not eating, that fasting, would reset our insulin levels, and it would reset things. And we don't do that anymore. When we're hungry, we eat. And that lack of a reset causes insulin resistance, which causes these issues that we have, causes you to get fat, because you don't ever make the glycagon, and you make too much insulin. And then what insulin basically does is, or if you don't have glycagon, then you will store the extra as fat. And the glycagon will tell you to like release it or consume it, whatever the energy is. So, and I think they say in there, and you have to just research all this for yourself. Don't listen to me. But the sugar, the only cells that can consume sugar without insulin is your muscles. So now, knowing that, it makes sense why they say to eat carbohydrates after working out or before working out or whatever, right? Like that's it in your pre-workout or whatever. Like all this stuff, like I didn't understand before. I didn't even really know what a carbohydrate was, All right, let's see. Welcome to Grid Legends. Let's see what this is all about here. I'm glad it didn't make me freaking join up an account. Like, it looks like you have to play online, but I don't care. I don't want to play online. Okay, am I supposed to be able to see the one on the left or what? Okay, I'll just do it till I can't see the one on the left. It just says adjust screen brightness. Yeah, I don't care. Speakers, headphones. Anyways. Yeah, but I mean, I feel a lot better. It's like, so what I've been doing also is incremental fasting, right? Because it's like, I can't like, you want to reset your insulin levels, but I don't know what the insulin is doing. Like, what is the insulin doing? What is this? Is it another F1 game? I don't know, maybe it is. I'm skipping it. Alright, so what is your insulin levels doing? What the crap is going on here? You guys all just getting a crash here?
Okay, 22, there's too much debris on track. We need you to come in.
That's a negative. Do not retire the car. I repeat, do not retire.
Hado, I'm seeing significant damage to 22. And no response from you, May. Is she okay?
Medics are on the scene, that's all I know. Just focus on the race.
Keep me updated. Can you confirm race strategy?
Look, half the field can't finish. If we do, we're in the points. We can't quit.
Understood. 22, finish
Yeah. So I don't know. It's just interesting that if we could change our diets and solve like 90% of our ailments, like that dude was saying. I mean, I don't know. Maybe he didn't say 90%, like,
Get over the line.
but like, yeah. I mean, I feel really good eating like this, and the food that I'm eating
Come on.
is all good.
22.
Like,
You can do this.
okay, I'm on the brakes. Okay, we have the same sort of like green and red and yellow lines there. See if we can win the race here. Come on, Lori. Get out of here. I'm trying to win. You need to get behind me, alright? Brakes. Turning. Cheating. Not hitting my apex.
Final few turns now. You got this. Just keep it steady.
Final U-turn. Does that mean I'm going to be in third? Power through the straight. Get up a second. Come on. Go, 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 go. Nice. Apparently we missed it because I skipped it. I skipped the accident. But yeah, it's like, what are you supposed to do? You know? Like really, what are you supposed to do? What are you you go through the world and people are just like, well, here's the way it is, you know? Here's some sugary cereal, like my whole childhood. It's just like, here's the foods, here's sugary cereal, like you can just eat it all the time. It's gonna taste good all the time. And then I grow up and I have kids, and I'm like, all right, kids, here's some sugary cereal. This is like what you eat as a kid. It's the staple food, just sugary cereal, thinking it's a grain, like not even knowing what a grain is. I look at the food pyramid and it's like, well, the grains are on the bottom. You're supposed to eat a lot of grains. That's what it says. So I'm like, well, this is right. And then like I hit my 20s and I just start getting fat. Like in my teenage years and younger, I was never fat. Like I was always skinny. I was just always like a beanpole, like just cruising around. I'd eat like tons of cereal all day. And I guess really what happened is that your insulin resistance catches up and your body stops using that sugar and it starts storing it as fat. Because I didn't really change. You know, when I hit my teenage year or my 20s, I'm like eating fast food and cereal and like just whatever I want. And then I gained like, 100 pounds or whatever. So now I'm like 220 pounds, and it's not a muscle. So, and I'm cruising and then I'm just drinking like crazy and I don't really care what's going on. But then I had kids. So then I was like, well, I got to figure my life out, I guess. I have to live long enough to get this thing raised up. So I start working on my health and, quitting my addictions. But it reaches to a point where like I started quitting my addictions. I just feel like crap all the time because how are you not, in the audio world, like I record music and stuff for fun. Like I'm doing this for fun. Anyways, they have a saying. It's called shit in, shit out. If you start with shit in your audio, like, you have a drum that's not tuned, you're never going to be able to fix that in post-production. It's like you can try, and some people can fix it. Like some wizards are out there that can use equalization and stuff to change things, or let's say, what about like drum replacers? What they do is they like take your drum hits and then they put in a whole different sound. Okay, like, and that's used a lot. Like a lot of people use those and triggers and all that stuff. It is what it is. It's not a big deal. But anyways, the point is that original audio, if you get that drum to sound really good in that room through that mic and use very limited processing, your whole deal is going to be better. Your whole experience and the whole deal is going to be way better. So what you put into it massively affects what you get out of it. And that sentiment is true in all of the world. In everything, that's the way it is. That's the way it always is. If you practice something, you will get good at it. If you put your energy into something, it will come to you. All the answers will be there. So shit in, shit out. Well, the same thing is true with food. It's like if we eat the wrong things, then the results are, well, what they are. You know, if that's the way your body works, and insulin causes your body to store sugar as fat, which is what it seems like it is. And I'll say again, this isn't medical advice. Then, of course, it would be that way. And so, you know, what's interesting, though, is that I would, like, try to follow these nutritionists and stuff and try to learn about this stuff, and none of them are saying this. They're like, okay, do your meal prep. And what do they say? They're like, unlimited fruits and vegetables. That's what they say. Okay, well, that's better than unlimited grains, like what I was doing before. But it's not like they're like, okay, just go eat bacon. They don't say that. Like, this is what I need them to say. Oh, I forgot about eggs. I've eaten a lot of hard-boiled eggs. They're not saying, okay, here's what you do. Go eat bacon, hard-boiled eggs, cheese, and beef. And that's it. None of them that I found were saying that. They're like, they would go on and on about, none of them are saying like carbohydrates are the devil. Like, stay away from sugar. Just don't eat sugar, don't eat carbohydrates. Maybe they are. It's just not, I didn't watch the right ones, I guess. I don't know. So, yeah, that's the deal. So I'm 2 weeks into this deal. So I'm doing my workouts every day. I'm eating this stuff every day. And then I'm doing at least a 12-hour incremental fasting. So I eat at night. Let's say I eat dinner at like 7 p.m. I go to bed at like 10. Okay, so... And then basically I don't eat until the next day, until after 7, at least. Sometimes it's later though. Like sometimes I'll eat dinner at 8:30, then I don't eat to the next day until after 8:30. And the hope is that resets your insulin. You know, the other hope is that going to this type of diet will reset your insulin because there's a lot less carbohydrates flowing around, right? Plug in my other controller. All right, let's just go continue story here because I don't want to set this whole thing up again like I set up the other one. It's like I don't know if I don't know what the deal is with these games and their story modes. So do we want easy, medium? I don't know. I don't know if we can change this halfway through. Let's just try easy. I mean, I'd probably do all right at medium, I guess, but, you know, whatever.
And that's Raven West, Nathan McCain, and Laura Carvalho leading the charge here at Strada Alpina. Tanaka spots a gap.
It's all or nothing. Contact!
In a situation like this, all you can do is hope that the drivers are all okay.
It's on? Yeah? Okay. My name's Marcus Ado, and I'm the team principal for Seneca Racing.
Hey, gorgeous. No. We have that dinner with the board of directors tomorrow.
Some people are born into racing. I had to work for it. My parents run a Nigerian restaurant in South London, and for them, success was never about fancy dishes or expensive ingredients. It was about believing in who they hired and always striving to grow. And I got a chance to run my own racing team. took the same approach.
Money too.
Hey, there she is. In case you live under a rock, this is Yume Tanaka, racing legend.
I got a sec to talk about the new braking system.
Sure.
Marcus Ado is something of a prodigy. He was only 25 when he convinced Seneca's board to start investing in unknown drivers and to hire him to run the team. He has the maturity of someone twice his age, and that's gained him enormous respect. The only problem is his approach hasn't worked. Last year, his number 2 driver set a record for the most last place finishes in a single season. This year's replacement performed so poorly in pre-season trials that he quit before the first race.
Is it an embarrassment? No. You have to see the bigger picture. Finding a great recipe involves experimentation. Sure, we had a few rough years, but once we succeed, and I really believe we're going to, we may well become the best team on the grid.
But for now, what? Season starts in 3 days. You're down a driver.
Guess I'll have to find a new driver.
Please make your way to your seats for this driver showcase event. It's a great day for it, and our racers are raring to go and eager to impress.
All right. Driver 22, the rookie. Now I'm in an Audi. All right, y'all.
Okay, let's aim to place in front of Vega. He's been having some good races recently.
This car does not accelerate as much as the other one did. It's a little, feels a little more, like it's a little clunky. The steering in this game is a little, it's not as good as the other one either. It feels a little delayed. Come on, Sophie. Let's go. Gotta push you. Do I gotta push you the whole way, or? Alright. Come on, Vanya. You guys are letting the dude get ahead here. There we go. Come on, easy. There's second place. Let's get up there. First place on easy. Maybe I should change it to medium.
Okay, you're looking good. Let's stay in front of Vega.
Like, why do I need to beat that dude specifically? Yeah, like targeting that dude out. Alright, here we go. Now we're in first. Let's hold first for a while. The rest of the race, or whatever we're doing. 2 out of 3, so I gotta do one more lap. Let's drift it. Get some drifting. Get those tires worn out, right? Anyway, so I've been doing the Drumeo thing. Today's Saturday. I think I wanted to do these on Sundays, but that's just not going to work out. So I'm going to do my update today, my Drumeo update. I'll live stream it on this channel a little bit later. That has been interesting because I've been taking a lot of the beginner classes, and they do just like they might be teaching me about 5% of what I didn't know on some of this stuff. Like, so like I would just copy drummers that I liked, or copy songs that I liked, or like a hi-hat, like opening the hi-hat at the end of a measure, so it goes or whatever, you know, like it makes that little type of noise, but I never like counted it out. Never did like 1 and 2 and 3 and 4 and, or, you know, like I understand what is happening there, but it's interesting to like play with sheet music, you know, and to play these beats that I've been playing forever with sheet music. So anyways, I did that, and so today, later today, I'll do the what's it called, the update there. And then the other course I've been doing is I've been learning independence.
Right, nice driving today. I'd be shocked if it didn't catch Addo's eye.
What a race! Some great performances today.
Earnings. What it's so I earned $4,000 and it cost me $2,000. Is that what it was? Get some XP going. Okay, let's continue. So I'm just gonna do that every week on Saturday or Sunday, and I guess it will depend on what goes down. You know, I think in a minute here I'm gonna go do it, but.
Marcus Addo, principal of Seneca Racing. So you're looking for a new driver. What kind of traits does Seneca look for?
Thank you. It's more of a spark of talent I'm looking for, not necessarily the driver out in front. So if I see that spark out there, you better believe I'm picking up the phone and making a call.
Thank you, Marcus. Fantastic to have you here. The drivers are going to have to show real skill if they have dreams of participating in the Grid World Series.
Finish 8th or higher. Alright, so what are we doing now? We're doing these kind of cars. Just different types of cars, I guess.
You heard that right. Marcus Addo is looking for a teammate for you, mate. Seems like they've run out of options. This could be your break. You've got nothing to lose. Give it your best shot.
So yeah, I've been doing this independence course by Ellis DePario. I don't know what the last name is. I think I'm getting the first name a lot better though. But yeah, it's like kind of trying to pat your head and rub your belly at the same time, because I'm splitting up my limbs from years and years of your limbs being tied together in certain ways. You know, it comes down to this, and like this dude is just like an insanely good drummer. Like, you know, it's definitely, it's so interesting because I never used to care about being good at anything. I just like always was just like, well, this is good enough. Like I can be a good enough drummer, you know, and I can be a good enough everything. And recently I've tried to be the best that I can be instead of being good enough. Like nothing is good enough anymore. And when I reach these goals, I move the goal. So if I reach a goal, it's not good enough anymore. I now have to go to the next goal. And so, you know, anyways, like then that's what I'm going to do today. I'm going to set my whole life up again. I'm going to reset the whole thing again, which is exhausting for the people around me, I'm sure, because I just like don't ever stop making new goals to achieve. But, you know, especially the wife, she's got to suffer the most because she has to deal with it. She has to come along with me on the ride. But that's what I'm going to do. So today I'm going to be officially reopening my business anew. It's going to have a new name. It's going to be a whole new, different thing. I'm going to be trying to do house calls with appliance repair. So that is strictly for money. Like, I like fixing dryers and stuff. Like, it's nice. But there's a lot of parts of the business that I don't like and I'm not going to like. So what I need to do is make enough money to hire people to do those. That's what I need to do. So I don't have to do them. You know, like the taxes. I hate taxes. It's the worst. So I need to make enough money to hire a tax dude. Right? the lawyer, all that kind of stuff. It's like first place.
Honestly, I don't think there's any way Ado could ignore your performance today. I've got a feeling you'll be having some very interesting discussions. Congratulations.
What an amazing race we've just seen. Some genuine talent out there down on track. I'm sure Marcus Ado has his eyes set on one of our talented drivers after that performance.
So I earned 4,400 and it cost me 2,200. So anyways, I'm trying to become a better everything. You know, always trying to do better.
And Seneca continued to have trouble during testing, with multiple drivers involved in on-track incidents.
No mistakes this time.
Run it again, but with less throttle. Don't worry, just superficial damage. We'll get there. I promise.
They now look to their new signing, taking on the number 22 to turn around this bad spell.
All right.
Check. This is Ajit, lead engineer. We've had a few bad days with the test drivers and I still need help with the setup, so give me a few laps and please bring the car back intact. Let's see what this car can do. Push it.
Okay, 22. For the first race of the series, we'll need you to keep up with you, mate. So while you're getting data for a Jeep, just get a feel for the car.
If you want to try a corner with a touch of handbrake, I'd like to see you control the slide.
Oops. Why do they put cones there anyways? Come on now. Why do they put cones there? They're just targets, right? Oh, we got a fast corner here. We're 100 and something through a corner. It's like a NASCAR corner.
You can hit top speed in this section.
Okay, what is top speed?
Great time. Let's see if you can find any more pace.
So anyways, I don't know if I'm going to go back to a sugar diet. Like, I mean, hopefully not. I get bad. I get to the point where I'm eating a candy bar every day. And it's just not, like, that stuff is really, it's not good.
Okay, next corner is flat out, but keep it under control. Engine's performing near peak. Something's up with the fuel system though.
Now we got a ghost.
This right-hander is great to practice a power slide.
Lost some time there, but we're getting the car like kind of drifting a little. Looks like we're still ahead of the ghost though. Just keep it through this corner here. It's the last lap.
Okay, big push to the finish line now.
I don't know if I should switch to medium. Maybe I should. It's just a little too easy. I like the pace of this game better than the other game though. It's just like less of like all that. I don't really know what to do with tires and all that kind of stuff, you know. It's more like just keep it moving. I don't ever get to a menu where I can change the difficulty. I guess I should have put it on medium.
My mother has this saying, it's the farmer that makes the dish. What that means is you have to adapt to the ingredients on hand. I went to scout one driver, but found another. And I was impressed by our chat, so I made an offer.
Wait, you were impressed by a conversation?
That's right. You see, to me, when a person's capable of greatness, it's not just about performance. It's about them, who they are. Great drivers are like the great in any field. You know, they have an obsession, a hunger. They have a need to be more, to prove what only they know they can be. I haven't met anyone this passionate since I found Yume.
There's Seneca's number 22 on the grid, taking the leap to semi-pro. And as Marcus Ado has gone through all of his reserves, they really are Seneca's last hope.
Absolutely, it's a tough position to be in. If they drop out for any reason, Yumi Tanaka will be racing on her own, and that would spell disaster for Seneca.
All right, there we go.
All right, 22.
So now, I don't know if it'll apply to this one. It might be this one or the next one. It'll be on medium. Probably just do like 20 more minutes of this, and I'll go do the drums. The Mustang.
There's no need to push the car to the limit. Just give us a good drive and follow Yume's lead.
Show me what you've got.
Come on now, big hosses. Is it raining? Where's all that stuff all over the road? Rain? Come on, Boris Law. Gotta pass all you guys. You guys are annoying. In the way. Can't honk my horn either. Start honking my horn at all these guys. They're like, come on. 6th place. Come on, we got to get it going. Like, how are you that much slower than me? Brakes. Lorry again. It's always in my way. So, well, why do you do that for? Am I supposed to drive for both of us or what? I don't know what getting the race line combo does for me, but I guess I might as well get it as much as I can. Oh, getting a little squirrely. How far ahead I am. So this must still be an easy. Hopefully on the next one it'll be a little more fair. But mistakes like that might screw me up. I don't know. Like, I used to play a lot of racing games when I was younger. It's like you just, I don't know. YouTube came around and it just kind of sucked me in for a long time. So I could just look up whatever I was interested in and then learn it all or whatever. But now I've kind of just exhausted that. I don't even know what to watch anymore, so I just don't sit there just scrolling, you know. And it's like short form content has sort of killed us. And like that's what they say. They say that our brains are like rewiring in negative ways because of what we do with those phones. Maybe it's time to quit the cell phones too, you know. As I talk about screens, and I have all these screens in front of me here playing this game, live streaming it. It's always interesting to me when I see these like streamers talking about how screens are the enemy. I'm like, man, you got like all these views on your Instagram or whatever, likes or clicks or whatever they are, and you're like saying we should stop. I'm like, you're like kind of going against your business model there. So that's interesting. But it's true. We got to get outside and do things and go like live our lives and learn and explore. I don't know that a lot of us are doing that. I think many are lost, going to work and coming home, and going to work and coming home, and repeating that process. And like the exploration shouldn't just be work. I guess if you know the work that you do you really like, then cool. But how many of us are doing that? I don't know. Yeah, I don't know if I should, and like I always think about that, should I pursue a different job or career, you know? I mean, I like driving a truck. There's a lot about it that I enjoy. There's a lot that I don't enjoy, though. And I wonder if it's just always like that. Like, I was interning with an audio engineer for a while. Like, I would just go hang out with him in his studio. I'd help him out and do whatever needed to be done. And like, to me at that point, it was like what I wanted to do. It seemed like it would be like a dream job, just recording bands all day. But then you get in there and you start recording the bands and you start seeing the cracks, you know, in the job, and the cracks in, you know, you think it'd be cool to play with this gear all the time and stuff, and it is, don't get me wrong, but there are always still those things that you don't like. Alright, car's just a little smashed. It's alright, just grab a hammer or something, bend it out. You can get a new hood or something, you know, on Amazon probably. Right? It'll be fine. For some reason the windshield wipers are all on.
Seneca's first race as a team, and they're already raking in points. Could this new driver be the missing ingredient Marcus Ado has been talking about?
Making money. Right? Okay, I guess so the next one will definitely be on medium. To see how I do on that. Elimination.
To win an elimination race, you need to stay out of the danger zone when the timer starts counting down. Because as the title suggests, those in the danger zone when it hits 0 will be eliminated.
What's a
The timer is
danger
then
zone?
reset, and the racers closest to the back of the pack will find themselves in the danger zone again. Cars are eliminated until only one remains. So drive fast, stay ahead, and if you find yourself in the danger zone, then do everything it takes to get out of it.
We are live with Seneca team principal Marcus Ado. How are you feeling about this season?
We need to aim to stay competitive with Volt. That's our path to the Pro League.
Alright, this car feels more responsive. I don't know if that's because of the difficulty change, or I guess it must be. It's just like doing a little less work for me. It's a little faster. Getting a little out of control there. Let's see if we gotta get ahead here. So I gotta like try to stay on the outside so I can pass these guys, or else I'll just get stuck behind them. What are we doing? What's the countdown? Oops, one of them got eliminated. Another one got eliminated there. There we go. So what am I at on fourth? Oh, come on. Yep, it's definitely harder now. I feel like I would have gone out in front of those guys there. On the brakes there. Get through this section. You know, I don't know the track, so I have to guess what the corners are doing each time. See if we can get up into third here. Alright. Get up into second. Come on. Go, 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 go. Alright. See if we can get that first spot. First spot always pushes out ahead because they have no competition. They have nobody in front of them to slow them down, essentially, right? We can get up to that first spot here. Hard on brakes. Power. There we go. So it was harder to get to first, but eventually got there. Brakes. Through this section, kind of power sliding. Get through the S turn here. Racing through shipping containers. I'm sure that's safe. You slam into one of those things. 100 miles an hour. Why not? Dude, this feels good. It feels like I'm moving a lot faster, you know? It's a good pace. I don't know how far ahead I am. Me and that purple guy, looks like we're kind of standing out. Is he gaining? I don't know. I don't know if he's got any gains. We got this moving wing there, whatever that is. Thing moves when I hit the brakes. Help me brake a little with some air, I guess. Kind of whipping around those corners. See, I think I like this a lot better. It's like more casual. Maybe I should have picked a different setting on that other game. I picked the career mode or whatever. Just slam right into that box. Whipping around these corners. Alright, we got 10 more drivers to get eliminated here. There we go. So, pulling out way ahead of purple now. Come on, purple. Trying to use the handbrake. Oh shit. What happened? I can't move. Oh, purple's gonna catch up. That one mistake. Still ahead of you though. Just the one. See, I was trying to use the handbrake. I don't know. Apparently that's not a handbrake. Oh, what happened now? That's not good. Come on. Oh, too many view options. Alright, I gotta get back in it. Purple's right behind me. Stop messing around here. Just use the regular brake and not the handbrake. So I thought L1 was a handbrake on that corner, and so I was hitting it, but I wasn't slowing down. So now I'm back to L2 for the handbrake, or for the braking here. Get out, back out ahead. Back out ahead of purple. Like me and purple are so far ahead of the rest. Oh, that's 2 left. Alright, bye purple. There you go.
Yokohama Docks never misses. It had it all. Thrills, spills, and eliminations. From all of us here,
Just single-handedly turning this team around, according to the story. I think.
My name is Yume Tanaka. I've been lead driver with Seneca for 3 years now, and my goal is to become the first woman ever to win the championship.
Let's talk about your new teammate for a moment.
Mm-hmm.
How do you feel about Marcus Addo hiring an unknown?
Look, Addo likes to invest in potential, and that's who we are as a team. But when it comes down to it, the thing that matters is, are you actually good enough? It takes serious talent to race across this many disciplines and events in a single season. Racing teams don't survive on effort or good intentions. We need to win.
well, after the last race, I think Valentin Manzi will want to answer the critics that say he was outclassed by Seneca number 22. How will he respond on track? Well, there's only one way to find out. And these stadium trucks are tough, but sharing a run while battling for position is a fast track to sliding down the road on your roof.
I hope Ajit has done a good job tuning the suspension.
Alright. They'll do this race and then call it. I'll go do the drums. Then I've got to get to work for the day. So, trophy truck. See how these things behave here. It's interesting that we're doing trophy truck on a paved track. Come on. Oh, they roll. That's not fair. Come on, roll back over. Yeah, this isn't going to be good. I'm going to have to be careful with this thing. I don't want to be careful. I like whipping them around the corners. I should go back to easy. Oh, come on. Like, these things just handle like crap. I'm gonna lose. No way I'm winning this. Alright, I gotta start driving careful. Remember, slow is fast, alright? Slow is fast. Let's get around these guys. Don't touch. Don't touch. You stay over there, alright? I'm passing you. Slow it down here. Get through the corner, alright? It just feels like the thing is going to roll over on me. Alright, acceleration. Got a lot of people to pass. Let's get through this. Brakes. I can't drive like I was driving. Like I have to be a lot more cautious about the rollover factor here. And the running into people factor. The crashing. Can't be crashing or you roll over. Brakes. Oh. Speaking of crashing. Okay, 13th. Come on. Alright, 11th. Can I get to at least 8th on this? Gotta get up to 8th. Okay, there we go. 7th, alright. Hold it together. No, come on. Come on, Sahid. Sahid's gotten past me. Alright, brakes. Brakes. Hard brakes. Okay, gas. Let's go. 7th. Come on, Lori. Lori, why are you always in my... I swear, every time I got a rear end Lori. Like, I've done that every race. I just catch up to wherever she is. And then there it is. Alright. Now we're starting to get used to the thing. Okay. Now we're up to 2nd. I see the first guy up there. Starting to get used to the trophy truck on pavement. Should probably be into some sort of dirt, I would think. This might be a lot more better. Come on, man. Rick Scott. Is that like Ricky Bobby? Ricky Bobby, Rick Scott. Got 2 first names. You want to go fast? Can't believe I got the first. I thought this one was going to be the one that I lost for sure. I guess I haven't won it yet, but lap 3 out of 5. If I can hold this for a couple more laps, all I got to do is just not roll the truck, which is not that easy. The thing just wants to roll, you know? Maybe we should put some sway bars on it or something for these pavement races, right? Can't just power slide around all the corners. I don't know. What do I know? And then jumping is risky. Like, it wants you to go off the jumps, but how many trucks did you see hit the jump wrong and roll over? Like, how many times did I almost do that or do that? Airtime. Oh. See that? Get distracted by the airtime and run into the wall. Alright. It looks like we're doing alright. We're far ahead of purple there. I mean, I wonder if purple is always number 2 or if, like, your color is just whatever it is. I don't know. Don't know. Like, is my teammate Racer gonna get all resentful and mad at me because I'm just, like, mopping the floor with all of them every race, or what? How does that work? Is this gonna get all dramatic? I mean, it seems like it, the way that they're shooting the storylines there, is that this is just like supposed to be some sort of drama. So I can't just like push the thing to its limits. I feel like it's just gonna roll over. Get that front corner up in the air on those corners. It's definitely not an a F1 there. On the suspension. Yeah, tune it more. I need a tighter suspension here, like more hard suspension, or whatever you call that. Too much travel. It's good for the jumps probably, but bad for my cornering style. Or maybe I should learn how to drive. I don't know. It's purple there trying to catch up. There we go. Last lap. Elbows out. All right, well, it's 7 o'clock. Maybe I'll come back to it later, but I'm going to go do drums, I guess. So, I don't know how to quit this game or leave it, but let's see. Can probably skip that, whatever that is.
Valentine Manzi is one to watch this race. He's held his own in vaults.
Leave. Alright, well, I'll probably be back on it in a little bit with some drums, apparently. Banner unlocked. Okay. Let's see. Okay, I'm not trying to go to online though. What does this say? Okay, so here's like the what I've unlocked, or the races or whatever. So, right on. Okay, back. All right, well, thanks for watching. Bye.